Hey everyone, today is Friday, July 16th, 2021. These last 2 days I've had trouble uploading with YouTube, which has been weird. And I've had that trouble before, but it wasn't to the point where I had to restart my entire setup, and it was terrible. So, and those 2 days I was filming from my studio camera and then uploading to my Mac, but it was not working, and it was working the other few days. But not the point. The point is today I'm filming on my phone, so hopefully this goes a lot smoother. But anyways, today, like I said, is July 16th, 2021. I don't have a visual for you guys because I've been trying to edit on my Mac to see if it would work, and it hasn't really been. So I haven't had a chance to prepare that, but I'll just say it to you guys. But yeah, we'll do that. And then because you missed Wednesday and because you missed Thursday, every day I've been back from vlogging from Hawaii, I've been talking about a day-by-day breakdown. But the plan is for today, I didn't get to talk about Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, meaning I didn't get to talk about day 3, day 4, day 5 of the trip. Today's first supposed to be day 5, so what I'm going to do is day 3 and 4 actually were not too bad. They were very chill back days. Day 5 was a little more intense. So I'm going to combine those 3 today so that tomorrow we can catch up and go back to day 6. Yeah, that entire trip went by really fast, by the way. Anyways, also I'm wearing one that I got from the aquarium when we went, and it says Ocean Aloha, and on the back it says Maui Aquatic Oceanic Center, which was their aquarium. So today's motivational quotes is no matter no matter the distance, no matter how far you are, you will always find your way back home. I kind of thought about this because I was kind of looking through some old memories and stuff, and I came across some photos with a specific person, and so this specific person hasn't been around in a while, and I continue and hope that they're okay wherever they are. So when I was looking through those memories, I said, that would be a perfect quote. And the way that I interpret it is that, no matter the distance, no matter how far, you can always find your way back home, or find a home where you feel loved and secured. So my parents always tell me, they said, no matter where you go, and they tell me this too, they go, no matter where you go, whether it's near, whether it's far, whether you go to college here in state, whether you go out of state, and maybe you get a boyfriend in college, and you meet them and that's the one, and you get married or whatever, and you have to move somewhere for your significant other or for your own career. You always find your way back here. You always know that we'll be here within these 4 walls still, and we'll always be here for you for no matter what you need. Whether that's just to listen, you need someone to listen to you, whether you just want to see us, whether it's been a rough week at college or at home or whatever it is, whether it's, exciting news, my mom goes. So you always find your way back home. So I hope that this person that I was looking at memories of, I hope that they are safe and they know that they are loved. And I'm sure it wasn't easy. And I know that they watch these sometimes, but that's not the point. The point is just that as long as they are happy and they are safe and they are loved wherever they are now, then that's all that should matter. So no matter the distance, you'll always find your way back home. And I think that that's really, really important. So I hope that, in the future when something happens, or because something will happen, like something happens with my car, or something happens with my social life, or something, that I know that I can always come back here. Or my parents are saying they're gonna go to Myrtle when they retire, wherever they are, and find that distance and find my home again. My heart and resides here. No matter where we go, my heart always resides here in the suburbs of Illinois. My heart will always subside here. It'll always be here because this is a big part of my life. I've been here since 2nd grade. I'm gonna now be a senior in August, and so that's 10 years here. So that's a big chunk of my life. I mean, there was a portion when I was born, my parents said that I was in Park Ridge. There's a portion when we lived in Arlington Heights, but I don't really remember that too much because it wasn't really a lot. We were in Arlington Heights for 2 years of school because I did kindergarten and 1st grade there, and then we bought the house we're in now. Or my parents did, I didn't buy it. because I was 8 at the time. But yeah, so this is where I reside, and this is where I hope to be here, I hope. But if my parents go elsewhere, I hope that, you know, that's the new home, and that's the new thing. And I think it also ties back to, you know, wherever your family is also your home. So yeah. And then let's see what else. But yeah, I think that's about it. So moving on, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, so that the only thing I have planned for today for this vlog, other than the motivational quote and the introduction that I just did, is to talk about day 3, 4, and 5. So day 3, 4, and 5 was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday is a little bit lengthier because there's so many stories that go with it. Monday and Tuesday were chill days. Okay, so Monday was day 3 of our Hawaii trip. Monday, June 28th. I was really sore from our hiking and doing everything. It was not my favorite, as I told you for that Sunday day, which was, last time we heard about it was Tuesday. And I wasn't really profound of it. I didn't really care about it that much, the hiking part. But Monday was nice. We got up at 9, which is a miracle because on vacation, we usually have something planned, so we're up at 7:30. I'm sorry, anywhere between 5 and 7. So it was really, really, really nice to have the day to chill out and kind of relax and all that fun stuff. So yeah, we got up at 9, had breakfast, and then by 10 o'clock, we were on the beach. We went to the beach for the day. So I applied all this sunscreen, and you know, because I'm very fair-skinned, I burned very easily. So yeah, like I'm tan now, but specifically here, because I had a rash guard on, so I was protected from here to the middle of my thing, but these arms here were exposed, my legs were exposed, so I applied like so much sunscreen, and including to my face, back of my neck and stuff. Even though my hair was down, I still did that. And so yeah, we kind of just had a chill day. I brought the sand toys from our complex. So I spent like an hour and a half making a sand castle, like not just like a singular thing, but like a huge sand castle. And then I stopped what I was doing, and I had some lunch on the beach with everybody. Yeah, we all had lunch together. We all packed sandwiches and put it in our cooler, and then I ran back out. I reapplied sunscreen, and then ran back out there and swam in the ocean for like I would say a good like hour. And then I came back, and I came back up and I grabbed water and I applied again. And then we went back out there, and I think longer. So usually I would go for like every hour or so for sunscreen because of my fair skin. And I didn't think about it at the time about wearing a hat. Because I was like, oh, I'll be fine. I'll reapply and we'll be fine. And I left my cap in the room, my baseball cap thing that I usually wear when we were doing the hike the other day. And so I was like, oh no. So later on, I suffer consequences. But yeah, so then we went back out there, and about like 2 feet in front of us was a sea turtle, right? Trying to get onto the shore. So we all move over, and there's another group of people with us, and we're all moving over, and we're taking videos and stuff. But like, I'm blind. Like in the ocean, I can't wear my glasses because they would get washed away. So, all I see is whew, and then the turtle comes up onto the land, and I'm like, oh my god, it's a turtle, it's a turtle. So I'm trying to get photos, and I can't see it, and I'm like, I'm blind, Mom, get the photos for me. So my mom gets the photos for us, which was really nice. But yeah, that was our day. And then we went to a brewery for dinner. We had pizza for dinner. I'm sorry, no, for lunch. For lunch, we had like fajitas from Costco, chicken fajitas, and then chicken Caesar salad, because I think I posted that like every day. I was like, this is the vibe, because their Caesar salad's really good. And my mom, when she goes to Costco, never gets it for us when we're here. So when we're on vacation, I always ask for it. I don't know what, that's a mom thing or something like that. I don't know. So yeah, we did that. And so then later on in the day, I'm looking, because like I'm not paying attention, right? So I looked like this when we started the day. And then by the end of the day, I noticed, I said, well, my arms are really red. And my face is like a tomato. And I was like, oh, so when we were looking at the turtles, we got really excited and forgot to reapply after the hour was over. So sure enough, I suffer my consequences, and so I'm red like everywhere. My rash guard protected me like this, right? Except it was probably to like my elbow crease. But the rest of this was exposed, so this was all red. This entire section was from here to here was red. On this arm, my face, my ears were not red, which I think is funny because my hair was down or whatever. And so I was like, oh, if my hair's down, it's gonna cover here. So like this will get red, and then this, let me see who that is. I'm sorry, 1 second. Nobody important. So basically, like, I was red as a tomato, and I'm like, that's be fine. So I put my like cleansers on at night, and we went into the hot tub and did the hot tub at our complex and stuff. And that night, and then I went to bed. I'm sorry, showered. Then went to bed, and when I woke up in the morning, my arms were a little bit better. My legs were a little bit better, and I was like, oh, okay, this looks good, because I just looked around. I got up, I went and I sat and I looked in the mirror. I had sun blisters all over my face. So I had one here, there was one on my lip, one on my forehead, and one on my nose right here. I had 5, they weren't huge. The ones on my cheeks were, these were fine. But oh my God. So I saw the little like yellow thing from the blistering and stuff, and I was like, oh, I should have known because I'm so whatever. And so I really was sun blistered. And so I'm freaking out, and I'm like, oh, wait, but today's my brother's birthday, so now we're on Tuesday, right? And it's Noah's birthday, so he turned 15, so we weren't doing anything at the beach related. So I was like, okay, cool. But I went to my parents and I said, guys, I have sun blisters. And they looked at me and they said, yes, you do. So then Tuesday through Thursday afternoon, I just had blisters, which are not fun when you're in public. And like the mask hid these because they were here and then here and here. And that's why I didn't post a lot of facial, like Hawaii updates those days because I was so embarrassed. But the mask didn't hide this big one on my forehead and the one on my nose. And so I was so embarrassed. And then I went, I was like, oh my goodness, this is terrible. So my brother had surfing lessons now we're on Tuesday, the 29th. He had surfing lessons that day. And so he and my dad did their surfing lessons. And I sat in the shade with a hat on and with like what looked like an elderly woman with like 12,000 protection layers. I was so paranoid that, my arms and my legs were gonna get blistered too, even though they were just red and then the redness went away. So that was scary. And so, but then Tuesday night, like those blisters, didn't touch them or anything, right? I just showered when we came back because I shower every night, and they popped on their own in the shower. I turned around to go scrub my face, but I went around the blisters and they popped. And so now I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, they popped. You're not supposed to pop them. And I was like, wait, but I didn't pop them. They were fine though, and there was nothing out of it. So those were fine. And then I woke up Wednesday and they were starting to scab over. So I was like, okay, fine. They're scabbing over now. I can hide this with a mask. I have a hat on. We'll be fine. Nobody will see anything. So yeah, but Tuesday was pretty basic as well. Tuesday we just celebrated his birthday. We went surfing, and then he wanted to go shopping at the local like tourist shop so he can get keychains and stuff for his friends and stuff. So we did that. His Maverick dude stuff. There was actually a name tag with his name on it, and he saw a Maverick one, and he said, guys, they were out of my name. I said, no, they were not. Yeah, so that happened. So that was a lot of fun, actually, like getting to do touristy stuff. That's how I got this, but this was at the aquarium later in the week. But I got a lot of keychains and nail art, like literal nail art from them, and some dresses and some like custom jewelry things. I got a lot. And a lot of it came from my own like pocket money, because I know my parents, like this was a huge trip that we have been planning since 2019, like September of 2019. So our plan was to go last year with everything. So yeah, it was how fun, the blistering, but the actual getting to shop and see stuff and do stuff and kind of get to know the different beaches around you and stuff was fun. So that was Tuesday. So Wednesday was our Rotahana tour, so it was a sunrise tour. So we had to be up at 2 a.m., which is 7 a.m. here. And it was like pitch black outside, so you had to use flashlights to see your way around. Not in the complex, but once we left the complex. And we had to walk down to the car, drive over to the next nearest place that would pick us up, which was a hotel that was like 5 blocks away. So we had to drive over there, park our vehicle there. We had to tell the hotel people over there that we were doing the tour. And we got on a bus at 2:30 in the morning when they came to pick us up. And at 3 a.m., we had to get on another bus to get to the actual tour. And it was weird. So they met the two buses in a Safeway, like the Costco parking lot. It was very funny. So we're trading to get off this bus, and we go on like that bus. And the sunrise tour was really, really cool. We had these ponchos and everything. My dad was freezing, and he didn't listen when we said bring gloves, bring this, bring this, bring that. Didn't listen. But it was a lot of fun and a lot of cool pictures, right? Then we get back on the bus when we're done, and we introduce each other to each other. Like, hey, we're from Chicago. There was a group from Texas. There was a group from Florida. There was 5 groups on there. We were the Chicago people. There was Texas, and there was Florida. Then there was New York, and the last group was Washington, D.C. So we had like, you kind of have your general like all over the place thing, like Midwest people, Middle East, more towards this way, and then it's Midwest, right? We were the Midwest people. So that was cool. So we get on the bus, and our bus driver goes, I'm having some technical difficulties. And he was joking the entire like way up there. So we were like, oh, he's just joking. Nope, not at all. The bus broke down. So we were on the bus and it broke down. So our bus broke down, and so we're like, okay, well, do they have communication? And we're at like 10,000 feet above sea level. So there's like no service for anybody. So he's trying to talk to the other bus companies, like, hey, do you have a phone that's in your van that's viable or whatever? So he finally gets a hold of his company, and they say, yeah, they're driving a bus. Now, it took 2 hours. We left, by the time we left the Safeway, the Costco parking lot with the second driver, the driver who took us there, that was about 2:45. We got to the actual sunrise, like to see the sunrise, by 4:45. That's 2 hours. And so we're like, wait, and they were like, oh, the bus will be here in an hour or whatever. And so we're sitting there, and so it's 6:30 in the morning now, right? We've been up for 4.5 hours. I'm exhausted. My brother is pissed because he's like, I just want to go back to bed. And then you've got my dad who's staring at my mom, and they're like, what if we're stranded up here and we have no cell service? So but they had us turn on airplane mode so that we wouldn't drain our batteries. So I turned off airplane mode, and I said, I have service. And so everybody looks at me and they go, oh my God, do you have service? And I said, yeah. So I ran up and to the front of the bus, and I said, I have service, sir. So he takes my phone, and some other guy's phone who also had service, the 2 of us. And we all went out there with him, and we had service. And he tried calling from my phone and then the guy's phone, and he got through on the other guy's phone. And he tried to get through on mine, but mine was doing, like, he got a hold of someone and then it hung up or whatever. I guess I recognized the pinpoint location because I had location services on, and the other guy didn't. So the bus, we were just sitting on a broken bus until about 8:30. And at 8:30, by the way, at 8:30, we were supposed to be at the breakfast that was included in this. Didn't get there till about 11. So we did that, got on the, got onto the new bus, and they took the 2 hours to get out of the Haleakala Park where the sunset was. Sunset was really cool though. The bus breaking down was not cool. It was really hot, but the AC still worked, so we were good. So that wasn't too fun. And then we got on the other bus and sat on there for a bit, and we had some fun there. We drove over to the breakfast. We got our breakfast, and by that point everybody was hungry. Noah ate like half of my plate. Like, he took my sausage and my eggs and everything. I don't like those, but I had pancakes, and everybody else got this like big like plantation breakfast. And so yeah, it was like very chaotic. So then we have to get back on that small bus. So they drive us back to that parking lot. And we get back on the small bus, and they drop us off at the other one, and then we have to get back in our car and then drive back the 5 blocks to get back to our complex. We get back and it's like 11:30. No, it's like 12:30. We're supposed to be done at 10. So we come back and we say, okay, everybody just wants to chill, right? So yeah, so I sit down on the couch or whatever, and I'm texting everybody who I missed during the day because I had no service. My parents went in the other room to have a discussion or talk about something about what we were going to do later that night or tomorrow if we plan to do anything. And then they knocked out and they fell asleep. And then I went to check on Noah and he was asleep. So everybody was asleep, and I'm like, cool. Maybe I should. I didn't. I left a note and I texted them and I went in there and I said, yeah, is it okay if I leave? I have the key to the complex. I have my specific key. They gave me a key in case I needed to do something during the day or I wanted to do something while they were out. And they said, yeah, it's fine. So I took my key to the complex and I took my purse and my wallet. And literally like half a block from us was a little shopping mall. So I went over there and I just went and I looked at stuff. I'm like, I'm tired. It's going to hit me later. But I'm now awake because I've been awake since 2. And it's really hard for me to take naps. So I went and I shopped and did some stuff. And that's how I got a lot of the souvenirs that I have. So those 3 days were pretty crazy. Between the sun blisters and the broken bus and the exhaustion. But those 3 days were actually probably the most fun of the entire trip as well. So tomorrow we'll discuss what happened on Thursday the 30th, the last day of June. We'll discuss that, but otherwise I will see you guys tomorrow. Sorry for the complications and stuff with not having vlogs up for the last 2 days. I'm just going to upload directly from my phone and go from there. My mother is home. She just got home. I tried to film this before she got home, but yeah, she's home now. So I'm going to go greet her and I'm going to help her bring in some of the groceries that she called me about before I filmed this. We're going on 22 minutes. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for Saturday's vlog. I just don't know when I'll film it though, because I do have this thing in the morning with my cousins, and then I have a grad party I'm attending. So somewhere in between, when I have a chance, I will sit down and do one, or what I might have to do is I might just do like on Snapchat and do it in bits and pieces. We'll see what I do, but I'll keep you guys updated like I always do. So toodles, bye.